Hey, welcome back and welcome to your yoga practice. This practice, you are going to be using a set of blocks, and I want you to think about your foundation and building from the ground up. We'll be working on our feet and ankles and hips and really setting that foundation. And again, always stay present and aware to the sensations that you feel within your body. Let's get started. You'll come down to a child's pose and make sure that your blocks are towards the top of the mat. And it might actually even feel nice to put your hands on them. This is just an option. To slide your hips back towards your heels, reach the arms long, and then just let your head drop down. If that feels like too much in the shoulders, you can always take your hands off of the blocks. Let your third eye come down. Just start to ground into this moment, into your practice. And remembering why you showed up. Remember, this is a safe space to feel, to allow yourself to process, and then to grow. Exhale the air out of your mouth. Take a deep breath in, feel the belly start to press against the thighs, the ribs start to lift, the back body, taking a little bit more breath. And exhale, sink down into the earth, grounding into your body, into your mat. We'll take 2 more breaths like that. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. One more breath in. Deepest breath you've taken all day, taken a little bit more. And exhale with a sigh. If your hands are on blocks, just gently move them off towards the side. Bring your hands back down to the mat and then lift your toes, tuck them and pull your hips back and start to notice the sensations in the back of the feet. Good. Anchor the shoulders back, really grip the mat, breathe. And then you're gonna lift yourself up. So we're on our toes and sit back for a moment. This can be really intense to start. And I want you to feel all of that energy underneath your feet. You can just rest your hands down. And if it feels like too much, I want you to breathe into it and recognize that sensations, especially the sticky ones, start to fade when we stay in them a little bit longer and when we breathe. One more deep breath here. And let it go. Good job. Make your way to a tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Keep those toes tucked. Drop your belly, reach your heart forward, breathe in. And as you exhale, press the tops of the feet down this time and around. Draw the belly button to the spine. Pull the shoulder blades apart. Then inhale, tuck the toes again. Drop the belly, heart comes forward. Maybe soft bend in the elbows so that the heart can shine up. And exhale to round, tucking the chin. One more, breathe in, get deeper. And exhale, round. Come to a neutral position and walk your hands just about 1 handprint out in front of you. Tuck the toes and lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Bend the knees left and right. Take your dog for a little bit of a walk, shake your head, and then spread the toes nice and wide. Shine your hips up towards the sky. See if you can wrap your inner thighs in, draw the belly up, and push down. Spread your toes. This is your home base, your foundation. Inhale to ripple forward to a plank. Notice if you need to move the feet back a little bit more, shoulders right over the wrists. Draw the belly up and in. Shift forward a little bit, take a breath in, and then exhale, lower all the way to the ground pose. I'm gonna move these blocks just a little out of the way. Good, untuck the toes, press down in the tops of the feet. Get really long baby cobra, go for length here. The kneecaps lift up, pelvis drops down. See if you can draw the belly up, draw the shoulders back, and pull the hands back a little bit more. Good, breathe in. Exhale, lower, come to a tabletop, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, and deep breath out. Lift your right leg up and back, bend your knee, open your hip, bring your heel to your glute, take some circles through your ankle, maybe through your knee, but still stay connected to your right hand. Really think about the hips opening here, less about trying to bring your heart towards the side, and instead keep it anchored down towards the ground. And then you'll inhale, straighten and square. Draw your knee towards your nose, push down, and then lightly step your right foot by your right thumb. Drop your back knee and untuck your toes. Come to your fingertips, reach the heart forward, breathe in. This is gonna be a little bit intense. You can always bring those blocks to you to lift the hand or lift the floor towards you. I'm gonna press my hands down and round through my spine and lift my back knee. So I'm getting a nice point through that back leg. And then drop down, reach the heart forward, breathe in. Do that one more time, push down, lift the back knee. Good, lower back down. Come all the way up so you're in a half kneeling position. Walk your right foot a little bit closer to you, reach your arms forward. You can make fists create some tension. Shift forward into the front leg, push down, draw your knee up. Draw the knee in towards your chest, and then gently start to lower down. Good, we'll do that 2 more times. So half kneeling shift to stands for 3. Push down, draw the knee in. Lower down nice and slow. You can always release that tension as you lower. Again, think about your foot, your ankle. Good, push down, lift up, and lower down. Good, hands come down towards the floor. You can walk your right foot forward a little bit more, breathe in, get nice and long, and then exhale, slide your hips back, half Hanuman. Good. I want you to notice, do you want to point your toe or flex? Pick one, maybe you even try both, see which one feels a little bit stickier, and the one that feels stickier is where you're gonna stay. So for me, I'm gonna pull my toes towards my shin. If you're pointing the foot, make sure that you're pressing down through the big toe. Notice if your hips are sliding towards the left, can you pull them back in line? Breathe. Feel all that release in the back of the right leg. One more moment here. Inhale to rebend. Plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog, and we'll go into the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Bend your knee and open your hip. Take some circles through the ankle, through the knee, anything you did on the other side. Again, really anchoring down through that left hand. Just noticing what's happening in the lower body. And then we'll inhale to straighten and square your hips and your leg. Draw your knee to your nose round, and then lightly step the left foot by the left thumb. Drop your back knee and untuck your toes. Come to your fingertips for a moment, get really long. Good, feel like you're arching through the back, pulling the heart forward. And then again, anchor through the hands. You can always put your hands on blocks. I'll show you on this side. Press down through the back knee, round your spine. Good, really straightening that back leg, pulling the shoulder blades apart. We'll lower down, breathe in, get long. Exhale, push down, draw the belly up. Good, and then we'll lower back down. You'll move your blocks out of the way. Lift yourself up, half kneeling shift to stand on this side. So walk your left foot a little bit closer to you, reach your arms forward, make some fists. You're gonna push down, try to float your back leg up. Woo, one side is always stickier than the other, and we love it. Good, slowly lower down. Play, let yourself be excited about those little moments. It's just feedback. Good, nice and easy, lower down. One more, shift forward, push down, draw the knee in, and lower. Beautiful, hands come back down to the floor. Walk your left foot forward a little bit more. Get really long, breathe in, create space, and then slide from the hip point all the way back, half split. And then whatever you did on the other side doesn't need to happen on this side. Each leg is different, each side is different. So if you flexed on the other side, but this feels a little bit better, then you can choose. I definitely want you to take a few moments to kind of move through that. And then just pick one. Breathe into it. Hips are center. Everything's feedback. One more moment here. Good, inhale, come forward. Plant the palms, and this time step forward to the top of the mat. Feet right underneath your hips. Grab hold of opposite elbow. Let yourself just sway side to side, release. Anything that you don't need, let it go. And then arms down, bend the knees, root to rise. Slowly roll your way up to stand. Shoulders fall down the back, Tadasana. Bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Drop in. Smile, you made it. And then you can open the eyes, sit the hips low, reach the arms up, chair pose, Utkatasana. Wiggle your toes, sit back a little bit more. Wrap the pinkies in towards each other and pull the shoulders back. Okay, we're gonna get a little funky here. I want you to lift up onto your toes, so lift the heels up. Good, now arms come down at your side, stand all the way up onto your toes. Feel tall, feel strong, arms at your side. And then feet down, reach the arms up, big breath in. Exhale, fold. Take a half lift, hips back, heart forward. Place the hands down, step your left foot back and then your right foot back, high plank. Shift forward, bend the elbows halfway, chaturanga. Inhale for your up dog, knees and thighs are off of the mat. Wrap your shoulders back, heart up, and then slide the hips up, downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, lift high on the heels. Bend the knees, and then I want you to take little steps to the top of the mat. Let it be a journey. Sometimes we're just like really excited to get to the top, but let this be an exploration of the ground of your foundation. Good, half lift, breathe in and fold. Inhale, arms up. Hands through your heart, tailbone drops, and then arms at your side. One more round, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Half lift. Hands down, right foot steps back, left foot back, high plank. Push down, breathe in. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing. Exhale, hips up, downward facing, Adha Mukha Svanasana. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Good, bend your knees a lot, walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Bring your hands to your hips, come into a flat back. Breathe in. As you exhale, push down to the floor, stand up nice and tall, and arms at your side. Walk the feet a little bit closer together, and like you're walking on a balance beam, keep the eyes open, and we're gonna walk towards the top of the mat. Roll from your heel towards your toes. Feel your ground, feel the bottom of your feet. Coming all the way to the top of the mat. Enjoy the slowness, the breath. Once you get to the top, close your eyes. Trust yourself, trust your journey. You're gonna go towards the back of the mat with the eyes closed. Roll from your toes towards your heel. Notice the urge to wanna open the eyes, even I just did it. But trust yourself, know that you will get to the back of the mat, you're gonna feel it. And then once you get there, smile. That's always a little bit more intense than you think it's going to be. Keep the eyes closed, and you're gonna walk towards the top of the mat. Again, rolling from the heel towards the toes. Trust yourself. Know that you are going to get where you're going, even if you can't see it. Once you get to the top of the mat, just anchor down. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Half lift, hips back, heart forward. Hands down, step back. You can take a vinyasa, lower down, plank to chaturanga, or skip it and just meet back in down dog. Hips up and breathe. We'll take 3 deep breaths here together. Coming back into the body. Notice in the spaciousness if your thoughts start to get in the way, just let them pass by. Good, inhale, reach your right leg up. Keep the hips square and draw the knee towards your nose. Step your right foot forward. Keep the back knee lifted, reach the arms up, high lunge. Good, drop the shoulders, lift the back knee a little bit more and pull your right hip back, activate through your left glute to then pull your hip point up and lift a little bit higher. Do you feel that little sensation as you lift? Good, really, really anchoring down through your foundation so that the heart can lift higher. Breathe in. As you exhale, drop the back heel, open the arms, warrior 2. You might want to heel toe your foot a little bit closer in, the back foot, drop the shoulders, arms are long. Your choice if you want to gaze towards the side or towards your right middle finger. Then deeply into your front leg and notice, are you sinking so far forward into the future? Can you pull yourself back into the present moment, anchored in the past? The back foot is pressing down, outside edge of that foot. Sit down a little bit more, arms are strong here. Breathe in, breathe out. On your next breath in, straighten your front leg and pull the hips back as you start to reach your right fingertips forward and down towards your shin, or this is a great place to grab a block. If you want to elevate, you want to put the block towards the outside of your leg and reach your top arm up to your triangle pose. Pull the shoulder back, almost like you're in a side plank. Draw the tailbone down, close the front body so you can lean back a little bit more. And then we're gonna get back into those feet. I want you to pull your right toes up, flexing your foot. If you're not on a block, you can grab hold of your big toe with your hand, peace fingers. Breathe. Remember, it's a yoga pose. We hold the pose, but not the breath. Take another breath here. Left hand is going to come to your hip. You can either keep your foot or your hand and your foot connected or use a block, Ardha Chandrasana, floating half moon. Start to lift your back leg. Active through the back leg, reach your top arm up. And if you did that strength class with me, our squat class, we had a moment with our leg lifts. Feel that same sensation here. Slight internal rotation of your back leg. Push down, reach the top arm up. Breathe. Soft bend in that standing leg. And again, focus on what's happening in the right foot, your foundation. Take one more breath. You're gonna square your hips, bring your hands down to the floor, standing split. Let your head drop down and lift your back leg up a little bit more. And then you'll step the left foot all the way towards the back of the mat. Ground your hands, step back, downward facing dog. We'll move right into the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose, step your left foot forward, and then inhale to reach your arms up, coming into your high lunge. And again, we start to just notice, maybe you can lift that back knee a little bit more. Pull your right hip forward by engaging through your right glute, and close the front hip point by dropping the tailbone, and then you have so much more length, so much more space for your heart. Sink down a little bit more. We always have a little bit more of an edge that we can lean into. Take another breath in. Exhale, you'll open, warrior two. Drop the back heel, open up. Drop the shoulders, but still strong through the arms, like you're pressing down. Sink a little bit deeper. Stay centered. Breathe. You'll inhale, straighten your front leg, pull the hips back, and then you start to reach so far forward that down is just a result. You lift your top arm up, tailbone down, reach the heart up higher. If you used a block on the other side, you can grab it here. And you know where we're going. We're gonna flex that front foot. Pull the toes towards the shin. If you grabbed hold of the big toe with your peace fingers on the other side, you can here. But again, each side is different. Meet yourself where you are, not where you expect yourself to be. You do that so much off of the mat. You don't need to do it here. Right hand will come to your hip, Ardha Chandrasana. Start to look towards the top of the mat. Hand can come to a block or the ground, and use the strength of your back leg to float up. So active through the leg. Slight internal rotation, lift your top arm. Ribs draw down, feel yourself open. And even though you might think your right leg is forward a little bit, it might really be all the way behind you, so bring the toes a little bit further forward so maybe you can even see them. Breathe open. One more breath in. Exhale, you're gonna square your hips, bring your right hand down to the floor. Standing split, lift up a little bit more through the back leg. Fold. And then search for the back of the mat with your right toes. Hands come down, step all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift really high on the heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Now you can step or float. Top of the mat, half lift, breathe in. Exhale, folds. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Hands through your heart and at your side. And now you're gonna take your blocks. You're gonna put them where your hands usually go. But you wanna make sure that there's space in between, and then come all the way up. And now we're gonna place our left foot on the block, come all the way up, and your right foot is just going to hover. See if you can bring the hips back in line. Ooh, and already we're starting to balance. And I started with that left side because usually that's the one where you're like, what's going on? And we'll take this into a tree pose. You're gonna place your right foot either towards the shin or towards the inner thigh. Just make sure you're not pressing on your knee. Hands come to a prayer at your heart. Drop your shoulders. Good. Use the connection of your thigh or your shin into your foot to create that midline so you can lift taller. If you want to extend your branches, you can. Maybe you close the eyes. Be with all the wobbles. Feel your foundation, breathe. If you move the hands, just bring them back to your heart. Draw your right knee forward and then place your right foot down in the middle of the blocks. Draw the left knee up into your chest and you're gonna wrap your left leg around your right and sink down into an eagle with your legs. One wrap or two, and you have that block there if you need a little bit more support. Reach the arms up, and then we'll bring the right arm underneath left arm over. Full eagle. Be with all of it, sit a little bit lower. Shoulders down, pull the forearms away from you to open up through the shoulders. Good, start to sink down a little bit more, rounding through the spine. See if you can bring the elbows in front of the knees. Draw the belly in, feel rounded through the back body, strong through the front body. And then on a next inhale, we're gonna open into warrior three. Extend your left leg back, reach your arms back like wings. Keep the heart reaching forward. Left toes are anchored down, push down, breathe in. And then search for the back of the mat with the left toes, reach your arms up, high lunge. Circle your hands down to the ground. It might feel nice to put your hands on the blocks, three-legged downward facing dog. And then draw your knee towards your right upper arm. Left foot comes towards the left hand and drop down into a pigeon. You can sink all the way back. If your right hip is elevated, you can always take your block and just pop it right underneath your hip. You can always move your blocks out of the way, or we can even use it for our chest. Place your hands down, get really long, breathe in, and then start to pull your heart forward. I like to bring my heart right onto the block, and then you can even use the other block for your head. And just soften and surrender down. Don't let your mind move out of this moment. Stay here. One more breath. Start to lift yourself back up. We'll put those blocks right where they were before. Place your hands down, tuck the back toes, step back, downward facing dog. Good, on the blocks, inhale, pull yourself forward. Bend the elbows, chaturanga. Good, elevated upward facing dog. See what it feels like to get more height after we've worked on that foundation, and then pull the hips back. Inhale, high on the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, step or float to the top of the mat. Half lift, breathe in, and fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands to your heart, and at your side. And I'll move into the other side, so we'll place the right foot. And even before we get there, don't have any judgments. Whatever happened on the other side, let this be brand new. So you're anchored through the right foot. Left foot is just hovering. Notice your left hip is really dropped down. Pull that up. Your hands are on your hips for a reason. Drop the tailbone. Good, stand tall. Then tree pose, either to the shin or the inner thigh, rikshasana, tailbone down. Start with your hands at your heart. Find your center. Good, hug in. And then if you want, you can extend your branches. Feel all the sensation in the bottom of that right foot. It is your foundation, lifting you taller as you grow. Hands come to your heart. Pull the left knee forward and then step the left foot down in the middle of the blocks. Right knee comes into your chest, and then we wrap the right leg over the left for our eagle, Garudasana on the other side. Arms reach up. This time, left arm is under, right arm over. You can always just press the forearms together or even give yourself a hug. Sink a little bit lower. Draw the belly in, shoulders down. Start to round, draw the belly in towards the chest. See if you can bring your elbows in front of your knees. On your next breath in, open, fly away, extend your right leg, reach the heart forward, arms back. Really reach, the arms are active, pulling the pinkies back so the heart reaches forward. Search for the back of the mat with the right toes. Inhale, reach your arms up, high lunge. Exhale, place your hands down on your blocks, three-legged downward facing dog. And then pull your shin forward, pigeon on the other side. Place the foot down. Sink the right leg back a little bit more to give yourself space. And again, you can always put a block underneath your left hip. I'm gonna move the blocks out of the way for this one, but you choose whichever feels better for you. Breathe in, get long, and start to pull yourself forward. And I know we didn't talk about the back leg on the other side, but press down. Feel that extension through that leg, through the foot. Long from your toes to your crown of your head. One more breath. Gently start to press yourself up. Sit off towards your left hip and then swing your right legs around, or right leg around, right legs. Make sure you have your blocks close to you. And we're gonna lower all the way down. Good, walk your feet a little bit closer. We're gonna lift our hips up, reach your arms overhead, and then pull your toes up. Good, lower down. This time, lift your heels, hips down. Toes, lower down, lift the toes, or lift the heels. Good, rocking through. One more. And then release. Good, arms at your side, let the knees fall into the center. Just breathe. Good, open the knees out and just let them fall side to side like windshield wipers. Once they fall over towards the left, let them stay there. Let your left ankle come over your right thigh, and then gaze over your right shoulder, spinal twist. One more breath. Let that go. We'll switch sides, knees over towards the right. Right foot over the left thigh. Stay present. Good, let that go. Draw the knees into the chest, happy baby. Reach for the pinky toe sides of the feet. Good, like you're stepping your feet on the ceiling. Use your arms to pull the knees closer to you. And remember, you're a happy baby, so smile. You did it. And then let that go, knees into your chest, give yourself a hug, and then let yourself release into your final shavasana. Arms and legs extend long. And then it may even feel nice to take one of your blocks and place it on your pelvis, a little bit more grounding. Let yourself just soften. Take this time to just be here, to let the effort of your practice sink in. You can stay here for as long as you'd like, soaking in the sensation. And I want you to remember something, a quote that I love. Be ground, be crumbled, so wildflowers will come up where you are. You've been stony for too many years. Try something different. Surrender. The light within me sees and honors the light within you. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I'll see you back here soon. Namaste.